Hi everybody, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I decided to become a gynecologist. Now, male gynecologists are incredibly stigmatized, unfortunately, and I've had a lot of patients who have gotten through their first appointment with me and then they immediately request to see someone else because they would feel more comfortable with a female OB/GYN. And I always want to say to these people, well, guess what, sweetie? Not only women can have vaginas, right? So put a cork in it and spread them. Obviously, I don't actually say that, but the point remains. I think there is a lot of cis normativity in the gynecology space. And honestly, you know, when I go to barbecues and things and I tell people what I do for a living, everybody likes to yuck it up. You know, if I'm with the guys, they'll all say something like, well, that's, you know, what a great life. Like, sign me up, right? High five, pal. And I always like to say, well, I'm gay. So now what? I don't know. I mean, that is kind of a joke. I think that I'm bisexual, but that doesn't really have any, that's not really relevant to my discipline in the medical space. Well, I guess in a way your sexuality does kind of dictate everything that you do, as much as medical types would like to pretend that that's not the case. Anyway, that can be a topic for another video. As far as why I actually became an OB/GYN, the answer really is not very glamorous. I was in medical school, believe it or not, to become a brain surgeon. That was sort of the track that I was on towards the beginning. And what happened was I got very burnt out and it was very difficult. You know, you spend sort of 18 hours a day in medical school studying at least, and it's years and years of that. And I remember thinking, well, this sucks. I was ready to blow my brains out when I was on track to become a neurosurgeon, but I had sort of gotten too far into it to give up. So there's sort of certain disciplines that are easier than others, and gynecology is kind of considered a crapshoot in the medical world. So I said, you know, all right, I mean, that's fine. I don't think really there's any gynecologist who chose to be a gynecologist because they're passionate about it. It's usually that they ended up there somehow, you know. Some people find it very fascinating. Some people do it for political reasons, and they're like, oh, you know, it's important or whatever. But that's sort of just a lie that they say to themselves so that they're able to sleep at night knowing that their career is a joke. I don't agree with that personally. It's just that's how society views it, right? So, that's kind of a more complicated. I don't know. I really don't want to. I don't want to step on anybody's toes here. It's very easy to sort of say the wrong thing, so I think I'll cut it short here. But if anybody has any other questions, definitely let me know. I love talking about this stuff. Yeah, and I'd be really excited to hear your thoughts. So have a good one.